ye be say, ye say, ye be say, yay. I mean, it started in 1949, Kwame Nkrumah CPP. And it led to the birth of Veranda Boys and Girls. So CPP almost officially inaugurated in 1951. Then you better catch it. You be what in the Clementa Park or converting what in your kind. I see no more cancer be our Miss Osio, man can ye. What in your 50 quarter maybe okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the CPP, the PNP, the NDC, the PNDC traditional can be chilebi, both can be Ditro, can we, Catro, Yewe. No wonder only there be crossing in politics here, no kakra, Gotumpu kakra. That has been the stock in trade of this tradition. It is a mimi who said, but Bassa line, bear corner, pencrata, pejumani, yeah. As I am one. Every single moment, Abalek Bazinte, or Moman appointment, also Otra Abu Ayinu Subu, bicycles, also to bicycles. Go to the communication industry. Trying this for an hour, Mokasa PTM, and a way back, and a way back, and a way back, and a way. Why did not I don't go no knock or is it? Go to the communication industry. And it's about one never could be party of Cortesia. From so bad by Babuaban never could party of Cortesia from so bad. But I was not comfortable with the answer, Pablo or the Mawamono. I was not comfortable. The answer now, Pablo the Maban or catch never say a Jumano or by Mooning Krata. Never, yeah, Mooning Krata and Timunko. Now wait, I kasa same, I kasa chilenipa. Wait, I kasa same, I kasa chile. That is the NDC for you. My man waba can kasa probably chilebe. Obia ebe kakra, moncha ya toto nyama. All juma oho. Na mo muni nkrata fata say for mo juma. But yes, I'm a man and nobody ba mo eh. Yes, I'm a man. Ya go to aba, you go crow from market here. Boys, ya no better than that when and this from a foul moon and from Quanquaya a party agent. Because I'm go, ya ba, ya say, MPP, MPP Nko, MPP Nsie, MPP Nra, MPP Monto, now man for the chief. Now, Nipa Bana or more by so and so near so cassacho. And I've been saying, look, that be a MPP as some. Look at MPP as some will be the way better. Mara say MPP for pa etenase. Nebe man nyam suro nokraka nyam hwere ni ado. Eja na ntitwitwa. Nka they can rule this country as a political party be rule Mexico for 68 years. In Mexico, a political party ruled for 68 years. So if the leaders of the MPP best Yankopono, bear no could come for Baye me and dog, Eja do food depend, Eja person in Kumina, Eja family and friends, Ashen Yamianim, Amen Yadra Juma. To say Danquan Nubuzian and Pensua. And they will have a lot of years to rule. But don't show yes, Antino, not Sammy and Mano Hosintino. Now my opportunity, ma other political parties in to be capitalizing. I will be any. So listen to the Pablo Nyoka. When I'm imagining a hundred you, Nyoka and your Pablo Cayano, and this is for my man of Baswante. The Pablo Cano, and this is for my man of Bamu. And this is the Pablo Cayano. I know you're quite experiencing you who could actually wait. Because I said, the Papa will get DCMC appointments, or in Basoni. Back and DC MC appointments. Now, first and down, Moja Shia baby. Hey, yeah. Moja Shia baby. Because baby will have beggars about family part. No one for way. As I run, I do not make news to be late in the night. Is that a Yawaso? Also, Ahmed Gedel. Ahmed Gedel, Ayawaso. Or my press conference and rap. I answer that boy has been disqualified. Nah, about for security. Yamu didn't crumble. But when you know what you say, Nyankopon am system no say MPP bra 8 years, NDC bra 8 years. But yeah, MPP for no one I created that. And I come and money in Aba. You followed me complain because I be compared to my mama Bamenya. That very week na so bet here. I brought your complaining so on your Jumabi. No, your Juman better come now. Uncle better could the MPP penny bundle. And that very week now, Jennifer Quinn also complained. And that very week now, Admaku Befi also complained. Now, Godfrey Trust, I'll see if go rust, what will Iron do? So, me complaining. Admaku Befi complaining. Jennifer Quinn complaining. Kwamba Fabroja complaining. So it is not a matter say a human in your and they don't have the certificate. But a greediness. I do for the pet. So yeah, Pablo no. It's a lesson for the MPP. It's a lesson for the MPP. Pablo, I'm saying is a human in anyhow. Not that the NDC boy man who need krata, bebre one krata pa. Bebre kada NDC na chemu. That was 92, 94, 96, NDC no. And you be an NDC. And then krata people for be be out to NDC force to me to all. As a pan of country. Krata people for catch for be no. NDC force will be brave. So Pablo, answer now the man. It was disingenuous. That response was in a bad taste. That response was in a bad taste.
Use and dump. Yenyen tum say abeka politics one.
No. Just that people
because of the complaining. When MPP is in power, ube unu nipa nka, ufi se omu kra de uko pe bibia omu na ozo kosi omusu no. Oba kono okana semu a, na je onu kra no obre kra se wo a, wo de wasemu ko no ho no. NDC ba the same thing. Enti no
a greediness among some of our politicians. Arrogance and greediness. Arrogance and greediness. Cut across Ubenya and NDC, Ubenya and MPP.
In our party, Agenda 111, we move my contracts. And we must say, and near my equipment there, no more local content. And one of our party, top party officers, apply, or like what Tendai. Say Yemfamano. And he is known to be manufacturing hospital beds from 2010 as a 2011. Our the big other neighboring countries, especially Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire, or the documents 3 times at the office of the chief of staff. Yes, say the document no. Imprensa. Finally, the winner bid no decided say Obaba beton and the free on home, knowing him. Say on the produce local one, the quality was on the other day. And that person when they been was warned. Say Okotone ha, you know we. So young into says I man abeka politics no remua. Just get ready for some.
The caliber of the individuals you will make who will be appointed. The caliber of the individuals who will be appointed. I am saying the caliber of the individuals who will be appointed. What in the members of the Yes. And you'll be an S or the post to be a man. MPP don't be amicus MPP man who know self-inflicted. Why you phantom wow the amount? You just any panel. From 2010, I am pa better as a brand, and I know as a young Fasica, and my young fan call MPP program or the Baba. Maybe so. Or nobody be so.
No.
And then one I want you, you mako, you know my chene, you know my tomato, you know my pano, you know my yadwa. Other man, and now call her on farm mount. You know to pano, and someone pano. In 2014, 2015, Upa Kasham PP t-shirt, Fakwa for Doom, Fakwa for Kejetia. Umrana, dear children, only dear, Umrana one man. But do you say not the Benantawa, be few. Kofa Malata, Kofa Mamobi, Kwa Kosika Kudi Junction, Kofa Baglushi. Ukasa not in Amwabi Bibia. In future, we must look for individuals, party in Eda or Makumaso. And if you are something you worker, then you will inquire you. Not Ahinebe, Deputy General Secretary, Minister for Lands and Forestry Office. So I am in the timber industry with a compartment. I catch us a copy. So, what you want, man? Now, gonna one, now we're a hole. What you want, now, gonna one, now we're a hole. So
my concern is send the page no. Woman they no more agremu I no more here. Almost your mother is almost yes so dey your penti ntumi nyai. Enti e be dey.
Leadership in future the MPP must be very careful. When I ever appointed the biaba na be appointed. Ya capable the any someone atem didi apablo didi on ne adwuma asemi ma me say the ka say yamre so me san fa nwura mu wide Ashanti region say betim dia obama me kwa look I am saying that look so me to me can MPP asamwa beating trancha na better we better me better say no kura no America no look let me be very honest and sincere when ba Ghana no mantam na na ewu na mantam ni nyina no na edu meboa yeah. And about 2017, 2018, you created the man by your twins. I went by my boy. I am saying, say, look, party I had to Obama 2016, December. No, I be creating man time. I'm gonna be doing option. I be doing siano. Shame. By 2019, and so making sure so every region piano who will minister from that region.
A regional minister or a sector minister?
A sector minister. A sector minister. I'm being very honest.
And I think it happened, Nana.
Oti region, nipa sana your man as a sector minister. Biatum, ebiana memu, ebiana mante. Biatum your oyon on from a minty. Biatum. Ebiana memu, anamboa. Like the CMA who has been appointed by NDC, Bank of Ghana, also from Water region.
Yeah.
It is a one CM who
So I mean, who was voter region?
I mean, who was voter region for the first time?
For the first time.
What I say? I mean, who became Rose during the second
from energy to railways.
Even Amewu free, but let's make Amewu out from the voter region. After 2020, apart from Amewu voter region, Otiwa Nekwe. In the half region, was there any sector minister?
No, deputy Bobby.
Until Damboche resigned Damboche was reshuffled. Buru East. I am saying it authoritatively, sir. Who boom money to Sagana? I am Mantam Dunsia. Away free. Who choice of ministerial positions in Kura. One year, your party will pay dearly for it. And I'm repeating it. Me, I'm very honest. I call it deny when the mama not there. Me, inquire be man when you free me some. It is a no cracanino, me yard aquaria, Miss Rami Yankopon. Your mantam doing sia. So by 2018, 2019, me and your mantam doing sia. I know as a faster, the eastern region, any Ashanti region, no, and a MPP was stronghold. It is an undeniable fact, and they are not correct. But okay, it is an undeniable fact. Eastern region, Ashanti, undeniable fact. But that doesn't mean, sir, other regions now when you vote to crowd, may appoint a sector minister. Men, dear, Mahama say appointed 20, what point is to it's immaterial. The most important thing is that a mammo and a warrior. Na mammo na warrior all over the world. A mammo warrior no, ya yan to say ya to damn it. Ocean Kurajan, not the Baquasia. Ocean Kurajan, not Baquasia. I'm saying that. So that by 2019, no, and then I came about 2020. Now, man, time doing Sianuino, Obia Marco. No, because Eastern and Ashanti, I have stronghold in Tino. At least, what my ever be a me and son. Eastern bear me and I'm me and son. Ashanti bear me and I'm me and son. Mamma can be a nyabi. Mamma can be a nyabia. Now, transnational and crocking. Now, a region like a half. As I chira na ba ko be deputy gender
Frida Prempe
na ba ko bi su ba Frida Prempe was deputy na we say, but I'm talking about sector minister. So you see, let me repeat it. Maminti and men can tell you say, look, MPP appointments no yen bebre no Eastern and Ashanti region. Na entwaye
says sir appointees to do my Ashanti region.
Yeah, because I have stronghold. And I have stronghold, no. As I say, Munya Bebri, Ampa, Eastern, I saw Yababri. But not Oti region. Come to your baby and be
now. Me come no yari because the baby no say you enter you. Yenya for so be a free.
Exactly.
I'm very region.
So Oti region, no up on Bako. Sector minister, so what you say? I have for Bobia, you know, no command minister sports. As a bono is na a Martin and J. Cosa and a Jabula and a Damboche Koi Cosa. So it means that first, 4 years from 2020 to 2024 until 2024, Martin and J. Cosa there was no sector minister from the Bono East. And you think I am fair? No sector minister from Ote region. Do you think I am fair? Let's be very honest. Why would they show me? Why would you move listen and make an sabi?
But is it about development? The more per Ababa Baye and as a minister.
Look,
say you will be this way minister from the region.
Yes.
Tell you we
listen. In our society, in the African society, so region be a minister. It may look like what the white people say, oh, in here, but in here.
I see.
Yeah, the NDC dominated, starting from Atebubu. Damboche ben woman. So Obeka Damboche elate. What about that Krobo? Tell me, sector minister, MPP appointed Mokrobo. And it was very dangerous. You are doing politics in Africa.
Now dangerous you hold it now who was okay why did you talk about it yesterday? But today?
Ose mi nka ho asem da. Ose mi obri bo mi nka ho asem da. Nya no nyina ka ho bi no bere. Me ya beta bentina ayi park na chi no.
Oh sir.
Oh yes. What checking? Well, Eastern region. Let's take the MPP first term. Finance, Achimeria, Meboa.
Yeah.
President, Achimeria, Meboa. Western Housing, Madame Floyd, Atachia, Achimeria, Meboa. Road, Achimeria, Meboa. Information, Achimeria, Meboa. And Kaye. Yimu baako fa kokrobo area Eastern region. Sani yimu baako fa ko Afram place Eastern region. Yimu bi you can assemble
spread it around.
Assemble the Achim people. Assemble the Kwao people. So look, party no there. Say ni. Mumu ni hwa ye ni ho. Mumu ni hwa ye ni ho. The piano make us a member mo be say do. But party no tea. Any daching tea. Any a party no kan konti. Enti what the baako be ko krobo. Anja krobo ni omu krobo lower krobo upper krobo.
Yeah.
Na Afram plains no. Udi bi ko ho no. Ubenya krobo. Ubenya nwona. Ubenya gadangbe. Ubenya twifuo no. I am saying that politics in Africa, if you want to be successful, now person to do the you say damn it. What thing can I say? That is how it should be done. If you don't do that politics in Africa, Masa Uboa, and you can as far as Africa is concerned, your attention I was Zambia now. As the appointment was Kiwa one area. As the appointment was Kiwa one area. That be free. So tension is now going on in Zambia to the extent it's set. Now no last week back in Pam you do the Beko court. Adanya Beko do Nisa, but Bakwa ya duro. Sebe Zambia president. Bakwa ya duro. They are being tried in the court of law in Zambia now as we are talking. Come on, yes, I know. That may can Eastern region.
Yes.
Eastern region. So the Krobos will feel very peeved. The Afram place, 8 years, I buy and sector minister better than the Afram place. You don't over concentrate appointment in what action coins are. Never cast a yibifaco. When you are part of Eastern region, come to Ashanti region. Chief of Staff, Ashanti.
Deputy.
National Security.
Deputy Chief of Staff.
Yeah, and Deputy Chief of Staff, Ashanti. National Security.
Education.
Ashanti, no boy. Education. You na poho. Education. Then the deputy. My boy. Anya Ashanti.
Yeah. Sanitation. Yeah.
Anya Ashanti. You Akoto and son of Barrows.
Agric.
Anya Ashanti.
Aviation.
Anchaye. We don't run a country like Ghana and concentrate the appointments in one particular area. The party will suffer eventually. Take it or leave it. Asante no ba fa kototon na japadia koton ni fie won ka abrochire ade be ye NLM UP ba fa koto enti no ope this tradition ba fa koto na wawu no ope tradition che no bia kofi buji sacrifice ye eche no bia BF kusi sacrifice ye eche no bia ama pa ajekum ko form ami ama pa UP or sacrifice che no bia na to mema na ambe those days no apia menka don ko for jo when a sacrifice job so Ashanti na pipi fuma no e wa Ashanti etino to me na baka won sa na wo chicha ma other places in bi ete say wo pe ba ba open one sabi ka frachu mesaka enye ayi
my po open aye dey
open na na me do be call a restaurant na me yosi ya sa kwa bi na open girl bi ono na kan onya no na girl na mpene obodo mpene nti akwa ne girl ne gira ho sa na ohun se B&B ba na akwa no boom na kan na betwam na akwa no ba obi sa girl sa kan no twam so I call you so na re na dwan so papa
if you
I'm saying that look, politics in Ghana, politics in Nigeria, politics in Zambia, politics in Togo, politics in everywhere, even in America, America winning. Some started with the argument say, Kamala Harris on winning. Nam si o ada in very share. Na someone say, ne maami o wo no, and ne papa o wo no. Woman your full-blooded Americans. Hey, sir, Mr. Share. But then you're reborn, you're telling her idea. I'm just what you say. Bank come, I want it.
The Sassadi and Obama and Conquer.
Obama, no one party be. Yeah.
They have.
Yes.
Okay.
Unlike Kamala Harris.
Both parents.
Parents. Hey, sir, I say here. You're telling her. And then Elon Musk, you know, in Nigeria, who did you Elon Musk will not explain to you why they took to the size of Donald Trump. But I can't be. So coming back to Ashanti, coming back to MPP. So all the aviation, wait. I am saying he said no. And all the aviation, no, and our ministry knew for Ashanti for me. I said, Munye is still reaching here, Munimwa, 18 ministerial position. Me ye back on them, they are quite half. After I have one Ashanti. No, why you back? Why you back? I don't know. About Wapa, especially who you back one cockroach to say, Ebia, mem. Why would I make it? What do you call memo population? Now, so deputy, sir. In fact, even first. You know, Krana or Mukreti and Kran. Send a deputy me. What is that my view? Politics in Ghana, politics in Africa, better than send me. You have the vice president who is a Mampusi. There's a problem between Mampusi and Kusasi. Why you vice president Mampusi? Opa no akwa interior minister Kusasi.
Okay.
Why you vice president or vice president Yaman Prisino? No, I interior minister Kusasi. Don't. When be on Okasa. Young 2 man people wallahi, young 2 man Prisini, vice president, young 2 man wallahi. Meanwhile, you are the interior minister, or the minister for defense, or the minister for national security, or you Kusasi. About Sabat and about from. And I could. This is grassroots politics. This is elementary politics. I am telling you. Yeah, grassroots politics. Maybe elementary politics.
My issue is I want to believe and Betty for my helpful to me say this is not known to you. And I said, who take interest in this? How did we miss it?
You miss it when you don't want to hear the voice of the grassroots politician. If you don't want to hear the voice of the grassroots politician, over then when your opportunity. Shall not listen ya nan no pay many way as you deal with you. More video is move fast, you'll be a baby sour. Baby sada. Yeah, I won't be more harm myself, you young couple I didn't India no my end. So, Ote region, no, Yatuma wo, Yantuama wo, for appointment for the call. Volta region, Yatuma wo, Yantuama wo, for Obiko. fa obi call. About deputy ministerial appointments, no, so what's that thing? Tony said, damn it. Tony said, damn it. It is what the post way. I'm a Abia Eastern Regional or the finance. I'm a Eastern Regional. Deputy finance, no. Who bet me the court to say, fra. What the back of my fra. And now, so the deputy finance, no. Who bet him the accord the gumba? Fine. I mean, anta. Fine. So, you organize it. Make sure, say, look, energy, or deputy, no. I'm going to call Western North or Western Region. Western North or Western Region, because petroleum hub, Western Region. And the deputy and minister for energy. I'm energy now, I'm deputy, I'm the Western Region. That is how I'll build it. So, you need to sit down and look at the institutions very well. You don't over-concentrate. And you don't concentrate the appointments in Ashanti. You don't concentrate the appointment in this thing. This thing, why an Acham Nikwa? What about Krobo? What about in Greater Accra? Let's look at the MPP appointment very well. Let's be very honest. Me not tribal politics, but I'm being grassroots politics. And honest politics. Greater Accra, no, Oka kofa pram no se geni nungonu na a Greater Accra. Appointments and sign, just let go through the records. Sign and MPP if you sign and if you. Now Greater Accra appointment sign and if you. I'm from one. I'm the children no oko boy. The call health. But no. So in my region, you have the Justice Attorney General, the Health Minister, and then Labor Employment. So Bruno, keep me on back from Nafako region B. Sunny Abeya, Ubetimama man for who said, marginalize that region. No. Send me a man for bones, say, you've not marginalized that region. Grassroots politics. But to choir ministers and deputy ministers, about 60 or 70% Ashanti and then Eastern. Eastern is what Kawu and Achima. The party will suffer. Because you need to go to. You must spread your tentacles. I am not here to do. Sorry, I'm not here to do tribal politics. But me church near mama kwanam yenu ebia obahu say ebetimi aboa pa ama MPP yanhu either say yanhu. We pay dearly for that. Let's come to Bono Wanchi o mainstream Bono. Nsiatre sunyane mainstream Bono. Doma mainstream Bono. So what about Sampa? What about Diadaso? What about Menye? What about Bana? What about Brohani? What about the baby? What about Sekwa? No. I made the money from what? Me a deputy minister. And he take that politics in Africa and GDP. I don't forget anymore. And your GDP, and your way you. Go back to 1969. Sit down. Consider how Buzia won the elections in 1969 and the appointment Buzia made in 1969. Sit down. Consider that. So these are some of the plans. Ashanti region, the national one, and we will look at all these things. CEOs. Yes, President Ghana, can we say, as a political party MPP, yes, President CEOs doing appointment of CEOs, in all these cases, I'm not ruling out capabilities and competence. No, capabilities, competence. You cannot tell me, sir, Afram Prince, more than what the mamma water and answer mamma infante. Or more didn't be other friend of Afram Prince. O guys are on no qua. When cratch your bam, Eba, Becca say, something. O Dinama MPP, Afram Prince. Akon is a brilliant guy. Akon is a brilliant guy. Are you saying, sir, oh, yeah, appointment of deputy ministers? Now, Akon. I only be representing a from place you want one. And my whole first
George Akum.
Yes. No, I'm not quite representing. You don't concentrate on Wakwa Kwasi Suta. Wakwa Kwasi the same new to now, what concentrate? How do you almost stronghold? So you tell the individuals, say, I had the stronghold. Moment ye, young kitchen ye. I am not preaching ethnic politics. I am not preaching tribal politics. I am preaching grassroots politics, which will get you the votes, and the votes. CEOs, what did I say?
And the question would be that, say, your appointment, Ashanti Region Yebia 5, 6, Eastern Region Yebia 3, 4 from the Achin Enclave. Say, Omuna and Tuma Fanya Bibia are making an impact to her. Yenny Ashanti Bibi, I think was there 11 cabinet ministers or so. Oma Fanya Bibia, but I could put a half and a bed.
I never be a one back where back half. Or no per se. Look, let's be very honest with our system. Oh, free Dumosia. The deputy CEO, DVL, deputy, no Chambers.
Okay.
Lawyer, Foster. Oh, free Dumosia. Into a corner deputy CEO, DVL. Fiebe, or Koyan crack table for Fiapri, or free Dumase, or free Mantuka, or free Dumosia, or Nimbia. Ebikura sabi or Cochrane or need sufficient money be a on the better hotel and first I baby and can you oh first I hear an enemy or mother so Signane Ben call and can oh bra Dan will fee I never feel in better kitchen until any baby other. I'm able, no bad. What about come keep on the same conform not you mean penny. Beba, the worker chance. Into I was offered Buaka, or no crowd to Comasiano, proud to conform not you mean Warren. What first try with the man said, well, an opportunity of penny. That is how politics is done. You cannot downplay these things in terms of politics. And that has been a problem for the Dankwa Buzia tradition. They seem not to recognize that fact. Look at the appointment of ministers. Apart from Kofi Buzia, maybe they are skewed towards the accounts. Really skewed towards the accounts.
So,
and it is dangerous.
The Mahama appointment are all in skewed towards him.
The Mahama appointment, you know, or you Mako. But no, look, take a look at the appointment. A good number of them from Water and Northern, and that is dangerous.
Because I will show more.
A good number of them
take care. Some of the names like Mensa, Asiama will deceive you.
Yes.
But if you do a background check of appointment now or now, about 80-85% of them
Northern
and Water.
Now the people are grumbling in NDC. And I want to hear. One year, I don't go crow for you the day, I don't go crow for another day. What do you say?
Yeah.
Look at the Bembunia Koso. African politicians, Ghanaian politicians should set up and accept the reality. Say, I'm a more new leadership. And you have to say, yeah, to damn it. Men, I'm a catcher. Yaya say ya to dame. What it? At the MPP 2017, MPP 2020. Minka say no, but I'm saying so looking at the tradition from 1947, urban tradition, the UGCC, the Ashanti and East Timor, a strong one. And to the Timmy flower moon in a grass, I said, Mamma, do. I said, my mamma, and I'm the answer. But then I can echo. Now, I said, yeah, dear, the bio, and I'm a whole was. We are paying attention to Volta region and OT region. Sani ebeya, bebe kaya mrebia.
That is still my challenge, because a Juma abanyi ye wo Volta region, OT region. So and to me, I translate it into votes. Omo appreciate ya. 2 ministers are yede be ko ho no. 3 ministers no. E na be yede.
Campaign or co campaign. Unim yai. Or co campaign. Or co jina ho a. Say nyina ye OT region. That's how I say. On country OT region apart from Rashid, is it Rashid Bawa who
Rashid Bawa.
I can.
Yeah.
On country say on can you Buzia won 2 seats in OT region in 1969. 2 seats. And okra da beto abano nsuo na yiri. Nti bentiman fa ba lobo so na nko. Nti da best start ya be bo bon kra se na beto. Bia nya biwa bedura je konkofo. I think Rashid Bawa was 204. Then he won. Other 2024. On country say ya the OT region no. Ya toma wo mu. On country say OT region no. Ba ma ya mantam. Me ya ni ji on kan no. Onim say on kan. Ora mo hwe cabinet no. Mo hwe ministerial and deputy ministerial. OT ni bi wo ma mo kan no nti. Sa. Me kan no wadi ni baba buti. Ora ha ofri hin, ora ha. Ha ofri, ora ha. Ha ofri, ora ha. Ha ofri, ora ha. Ora ti mo twa mo be ora dabi. Yeah. Oyiwa. I'm saying, sir. So these are some of the things we must look at them very well in politics.
So
you are not ruling out competence.
Are we getting to a stage where we must admit that in politics populism pays?
But who says populism to a certain extent? Who says populism to a certain extent? For instance,
I know it pays in politics,
instance,
but so we should embrace it.
Not holistically.
I have that challenge because as a student of public administration and public policy, I will go for what is right, what is good for the people.
Yeah,
and you know, I said, say now you know, to get what you want,
if you achieve the maximum results, Mammy Mambi 2006 2007. Now we have B Power Authority. The first law was made in 2007. Now, yeah, Branda, but could be free a brim. No, this is here. She was a minister for lands and forests, and you couldn't go for time. Oba, I'm gonna call you law, we power authority. Now, MPP best at Yana on free power. When NDC came, Jabesh Abisata was appointed the CEO. Sika say Yetuyama I am for any chromophone. Phone, or anybody said to me, phone, that money wasn't paid. Then MPP came. They appointed Fred Oware as the CEO. And then another appointment was Kofi Zamesi with Ameyao as the board chairman. Honorable Ameyao. So, as we are talking today, 20, and then I say, another first match.
First match, yeah.
Another first match. Yeah. As you are talking today, from
okay.
two
Cecilia Banaman.
Cecilia
Banaman. Somebody is saying
from 2007 till today, 1st March 2025. Or maybe no yet compensation amount. Or maybe anyway yet compensation amount. But let's be very honest. Both NDC and MPP, who guys are more far Banani, Anasabio, Bruni, or Bruno Isini, and a man here CEO, oh, we power authority. And Calgary says, "I want to academy." And now your first match, 2025. Compensation cap pre. I want to have
I am still on the impact or the influence that will make, because
the influence
now
that
Reverend Father Francis Dra, Anglican of Penipa, I say Amewu was a minister for 8 years. Still about to Abetian.
Yeah, no a day minister.
Energy.
No, okay.
And then railways.
You know the campaign. Francis Dra, also for TBA. The campaign people may go and say, Efo, Tabo, I just say Efo Nyabotari. Efo Tabo, Efo Mabede, half. Efo Ofre, or say Bono Akan. Finance, okay, interior. What I say, Ofre, Wakanoa, Meboa. All the energy, young fan of a time. Napo. Energy, I say her, good. National security, I say her.
Okay.
Attorney General. And yet I can.
So in quote, the supposed good ministries, you know. I could do baby. And you give him railway.
Talk just saying Yabutari. Talk about just saying Yabutari. One. Look, take the case of the 2024 elections, you know. NPP, take for instance, you go to Abronye. But when we saw or your mate into your bar on our fear, why a campaign abroad your quick? And this for all of one. Mate on one drivers on one meet. You cannot rule out this type of the campaign they are making. Their campaign which goes on in politics in Africa. So I am not inciting one tribe against the other. I'm about in but you need to be very, very careful. And can you have a grey? Voter region, name OT, any other regions in where we shall vote no man. Other than won't for appointments in the baby encore. Don't tell.
Other still a month for your argument, a month for Abewusu, a deputy director of protocol, coming from Bon. So I because the same time say Amewu was on lands and natural resources. What call energy about railway? Now you very ministry, very good ministry.
Railways here, the ministry says.
Hey, railway.
I didn't ministry says.
Scala grow.
I didn't ministry says. But you know, just opposite. Anytime you talk of water region, it comes to mind Uti region. Meboa. So the water do thing na yanka be move. And yes, sir. So you 2 regions. And 2 regions water no tea. Amewu. Let's be very honest. Have we been honest to ourselves? Say. Ononkwa. Catch the protocol. Say Bizano. Ononkwa. So these are dynamics and politics in Africa. So Zambia there, why should they frame up the accusation say the So these are things you need to be very, very careful. You need to look at them very well. You need to consider them very well. You need to be
okay, so
MPP we are broad based.
Yamra your party. How does the party get a right to insist on this? Because the young person you're too many we are. It is the presidential candidate who has become the president.
That should not be.
We are in consultation, but we won't consult who.
In future, I want the MPP to be handled as the federal governments in Nigeria. Whether PDP or APC, the party has her own appointments to make and present it to the person.
Until the party become very independent to finance itself. Now that they can't remember.
No, but party better. Now a political party to some people there. So when Timon device means into become financially self-sufficient there. And the next.
They don't remember the money that will come because you've been a national officer before. Over the years, what have you done? Dues, you get to
me. So me no person me can dia me insist say you 3 year MPP you don't need to bring money from Accra to the country. One. Now what in kind? What the party headquarters? Registration of members no. All person who control in the 276 constituencies. How feasible can this be? What did I mention there? Why don't you leave it to the regional officers to control it? A certain region, regional chairman and the regional secretariat now. Or more about how to organize it. Make sure say card bearer member be a card YD card. UPLC card Accra. Yabanya card. What register with Mumu?
I know of this dues driver part near Omubeye, and from the national treasurer point of view, I don't know if it's a bit my ties of motor dues, no, was this insurance thing, and I introduce you, and party person be our premium, I'll bet you at least a year, I think 1 CD 40 pesos or so, and I know for a fact almost 30, you know, because of that, you know, almost early stages requirement a day, they were getting I think 8,000 Ghana cedis or 80,000, around that figure, and I'm out for a show interest. All of a sudden, boom.
Yeah, because you see,
because
you see, I've been at the national secretariat of the party. Mon Fabi, and it's a party no, kind of be amount. And yet, be a registration of 276 more constituencies. What constituency chairman? What constituency this? What constituency that? What constituency that? I am saying that about 90% of sympathizers of the MPP are per party card or Quaco register. So you see, you must decentralize these things. Allow the regions to do it. The regions will allow the constituency. To follow now. Technology and say, and then Quarano. I can tell you.
None of us have a party card. Me or me or Mumpuna, me or consuls organize our friend and say, Umo mobile party card, moving crabo, one mamma, ya, or more than any channel you mukwan. But
is there any sense in that?
I don't get it.
Is there any sense in that? Is
there
any sense in that? Because Obi percent or no man in Korea be mayor no one in trouble. In trouble. Because if it's not in trouble, I don't know what no constituency on your command.
No, just south.
No, be a gas south. So be from Kanaba. They should go and sing this song to the Marines. Now, 2 days. I'm saying go and sing this song to the Marines. Party officers, you what tell me. In trouble until be free Kanaba. The trouble team is disturbing us in the party.
So the party is a problem.
More being can't so you are advertising your ignorance. I am not advertising my ignorance. I've been a deputy general secretary for 8 years. I've been Ghana Hada in the MPP. Minim Niakoso. I know East or Western. Getting us also will be manufacturing and Namra registration. Nobody 2 days. Doesn't make sense. Abra party no office. Constituency be our office. Uko Sunyana Isa or one office. Sunyana Wesa or one office. Brekum Doma be our office. Constituency no more, then they'll feed it with more national. It has so been maybe 2 days. Until 2 days, no one man or Mukwa, just as you. That's what they say.
The party Benya one day, I insisted, say, Avia, president, uye we yentiase no nya adwena na nya president na hwe party no never say president na hwe party ni dia why any party chairman general secretary organizer woman organizer obetima nya kokoduro woni ba na hwe
me chese say yetimi
ya no ko ni ma ko kan say uye we me na wo nya adwena yentiase ma wonye
one make sure that you should be card-bearing members never to aba. I wish the Birman started here. You person called national.
Na card ye nya bi.
Never. Card-bearing.
Two card-bearing members no way. And in fact, meaning say Wednesday, this card reduce insurance, you know, it is supposed to be launched on Wednesday. Say Amadia.
If you launch it,
because it's about 3 times no make effort. Omission date, no much time. Then the period ho and maso.
No, but why do you launch it in Accra? Why don't you allow the regional chairman to do that? There's not a single constituency in Ghana, not a single constituency in Ghana. Our constituency office, no. Ukwa wunya mema ne maya. Oma kwadare wo aba fumu a omo timaye the problem MPP nya no subin from 2018 20 na subin constituency abon wanyira bidina frim bantama
mention of
bidina. Come on, a political party like MPP going through this. Maybe the abon national income and you didn't what? Seja yadri. Now better than self-sufficient there. We should make sure that MPP becomes a political party. You have to obey MPP and when no some ministerial appointments in here do no. Here be party no na better than headquarters I know they are saying motrom. No call them mampanyi say this is the MPP I'm looking for. This is the MPP I'm going to support. Now ministerial. Edru ambassadorial. Edru a year. You the best share motrom. So while the president will be looking for the diplomats, you know, the MPP as a party, you know, party branches, UK, Germany, France. Ya be kurobia Ghana ewa high commission ambassador ho branch na ho no ya be ma o mama edipa ba pe ya share moto bi ya de komama mpanyini se wo appoint bi wo Italy a okwa we ka ho we be ka ho bi. That is how the MPP should be run. That is how the MPP should be run. You should run it as a political party. Onwa wa kukodro onwa wa ni bibi. When the chairman of the party speaks, or the general party chairman of the general secretary speaks, or the regional chairman speaks, or the regional secretary speaks, or the constituency chairman speaks, the DCMC so yes sir, massa, yes sir, massa. That is how a party should be run. I don't have a party. I say constituency chairman. Okay, but you have a DC or only abam pacho one honey pacho. What? This is the future MPP I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the MPP. You have about 88 MPs going to tell the president to say, reshuffle.
You be
the
presidency
Debbie.
Now government so
This is not the MPP I'm looking for. This is not the MP. And I'm looking for the MPP. President Nanya reshuffle now. The chairman and the general secretary say, look, we are going home. Take the party.
Nigeria chairman, Nigeria secretary Mukai.
Beka and Bekoy.
That's no man you for me.
They resign. They resign.
Chairman, the general secretary, the national organizer, the youth organizer, Bena, to me, I get their working. What should be in them? What should be their quality? What should be their strength, the driving strength?
Me Obriboahe, I can do it.
So when you were, be intimate.
Oh, somebody come maybe. Me come, me see.
Yeah, the party the moon come.
Yeah, me a national chairman, and now general secretary, and a national chairman.
Are you indirectly telling me we have a weak leadership?
Me can't me come.
Me
can't say me Obriboahe na me a national chairman.
It's your moment to me, Angelo.
Me nka so ye week me ka me ma.
Guapayo.
Me sam. Umpa no wi ana wa from hello obri bo ahense na wo so nka wanka obey there. No, you see, when you have a political party all over the world, you have a political party. 80 plus MPs have gone to the president. You know? And when I spoke on air from Miniti Kasia Kasai, I didn't Kasia Nabako and Kasai. Don't say, Sadia, who papa national officers, they should wake up. Oh, Aquabi, I get you know the about Oprah News, Obriba Hija, they didn't know Casado. And that man has had it on a party office. I see me, they didn't know Casado.
Party office.
Our party office. Or the Oprah News. Eventually, as he said, and these are a certain regime recommendations. And can be.
Yeah.
And can.
Yeah.
It's a crash of the demand. Actually, the demand. I don't just on our party office until I come get to a big one. I can't come back to them. Madam, that's why I'm a lawyer. So that is how the party should work. In future,
I say I can't tell you quite a kakra. Because now umuyebi wo HFM Bantima and Kofum party office. I feel preoccupied. Yes, we are in national. Because I remember maybe a media or Georgia Hotel. It is a new console and there's a beer sandwich in Kwano. Or at least 4 or 5 different sports are over to
Yan so to
Yan national.
See Yan so to on Fredra, on Fredro Biase, no Abaha. Some of my constituency behind your registration at the constituency officer. Munyai. We are sick and tired. Nyama when the party ninya. Ma was a bit of a Mako national. Man say, can you bear children? Commodality is a crab and I'm on the betwaba. I know in 2026, you must go for national.
Yeah.
Which means that in 2025, as I said, we organize, start to organize police stations and constituencies. Modalities. I am saying, sir, some people are card bearing members. Ye bamu, well, good a card, well, register card, be over to be.
Nakari, ye dimine. What is what with a card be?
The band, yes, so dear. The party cannot win 2028.
So I know this.
Now, then I will skill no some few individuals now, Yama or TV in Fiji. Banaba to about a man for the young or 2 old home. 91 wanted. Oh, you are sent to 1.2 1.3 bank or 2 point something ampa bank or 2. Didn't bank or 2. Didn't ya? All a man got 2 we say, well, mom called delegates no Mqueno. Obi by one day look at 10,000. Now, I pay you a password any uncle. And I don't know what I'm going to say. I'll be in. So, just expand it. And you cannot tell me, sir, in 2025, a party like MPP, constituency B, who perceive will year registration. In 1970, 1971, Kofi Abrefa Buzia, no, you're gonna card. Information service form, the quack could be asked. 1970, 1971. Bekwe kura bia ase. Ekura bia no sabi na agwa kwanya ekura wo. Meka kura.
Agwa kwanya wanya ekura da.
Meka ekura achichi don fa. Sama bon fa achichi don fa. Ekura bi wo hono mo a. Ayi Kofi Ababi okurom etimba say the whole day can ko the whole day. And so in 1970 1971 Kofi Abrefa Buzia Yakana card, they went there to do the registration. And it was successful. Let me say, my name Papa Mebre, Buzia card no be.
Right. 8 o'clock. I want to be radio and it want to be TV. Lawyer Nana Obriboahe is my guest as usual on a Saturday morning like this. 9 a.m. Yes, sorry. Now want to be sports. Fancy Di Maria, Newton Lati, Akomia, the Sports Messiah, ne Capo de Supremo, Ababe Twaswa, Copembe 1 p.m. and Sana Omasori. We have about 1 hour to check out of the studios. Nana, after Yemen Rum in the Ashanti Regional Election Review Committee report, no, na in vis-a-vis, and now what 2020 the Anaba, na yen share and was them Kanafi Yenko Edim.
Yeah, I've been in here, Yakaki. Any aboboso. And a view, party no paying for. Once again, we need to be extra careful. Look, let's be very honest. The municipal and district be ni hwa ebia won andisi fo eban adwuma bi emeto ho I said the amamfo district municipal wo kopa akora no de na ba be hye adwuma no me nkwaji ni sika ministry bia ni hwa adwuma emeto ho mebo wo kopa akora na ba me nkwaji ni sika enya abuwa no pe kokwa ye ntino de ho twitwirisie
si le tinta na titia
bia ya pa ye hu ntini ya chekere boa entini pa de ho adom party no a o de no ho adom party no se na edu ba bia now abema no abaya no ne maame ne papa wakwaba opra we afebere bia ye be fa nipa adwuma bi mu arafa 10,000 bra na wansa apo bonus sisi ya moyi eye and you know they will be giving these assignments to their peers. They will be giving these assignments to their peers. No peers no cotton but here the process cotton soldier cotton migration prison fire service no cotton okoye no MPP ni na nya sika ntobi NDC ni nya sika tobi ti NDC ni ba no kobi nti otekura na se wa ofrofo ba hye ala wa MPP ezo ne ba no da so na mfie miam wa NDC mba no wa nya adwuma ba afa no kan okura ohene ba these things are not good omo de ma PS no na sanya sanka ye be ko afcon na ka je me passport wa ayo se me ko bi afa ya bra ten
anya world cup mpo afcon African country
me dia na nya world cup po
no mo je wo passport
amprenu ba ko ya Angola ba ko 2018 ba ko ya 2020 ten
no mo je wo passport
bra ye kwa ya nyama ba obeko bi ten
na ro de passport no bre no ye ne dey
ni bisa walo anya yi no mra fama de mo so see, these are things which worked against the MPP as a party. In honesty, enye sika. I remember there was an incident when I was the deputy general secretary. One day, me office, I was in my ho. Then beside me say, "Also, Kentampo." Now. Not that he was a organizer, not qualified to hold the position of a headmaster, and that school should be vacancy should be able to talk into a party officer. No, I bet you. Sir, I see I'm about to have an answer. No, wouldn't pay me. All I offer penny way of GS. Mother, over number for my mammy for papa. Number say anything in patrol, I don't for back be bow. Oh, near my number. I never captain that money. You solve a problem, no man. And people from paying for me will help solve the problem for you. A bit teamwork, damn it. A big crowd back on.
Let us see anything.
The secretary will tell you so. Number what book appointment today. When the late Debra was the minister for Agric, now me original chairman of MPP. The Crown Secretary Monsieur, I mean Muku appointment there and near Untim Namsi. No, send a mentor form, be a mentor form. On a grassy on Yumpo. na also kura me muku appointment am see me da no mani me kwa no manya call na secretary na from so oh osebra what else so please me nka
say na say normal yeah abeka when you are living with it
me nka say nipa no nyina ebinumu ote wo mo so a na waso so let's organize the party well. Our leaders should be bold, strong.
I know you have thought of many reforms.
Bebre.
When the time is due for
Bebre.
the constitutional amendment. Can you share some of them with me?
Yeah, Bini sir. Every MC or every MP, certain or former, should be a member of the constituency committee.
Constituency executive committee.
Yes. Every.
Past, present. Okay.
Momo be a voting right. Munya sa obey as official only voting right. Munya sa. Na constituency chairman be why no ho a trompiata. Why no gaga. Because constituency no ba could be pencil na ma yetimu mane ye. But the following way no ko no ono ba ye kra ya lusu city. Every minister, every deputy minister.
So, in short, former government appointees.
Former government appointees. If it was reshuffled or not reshuffled, constituency, original. Mama, we need a maybe. Now, don't do anything. When you go prayer, what channel? When I wear chairman, my name is
All former elected officers.
Exactly.
Or appointed party officers.
Exactly. Okay. And then on the battle now, person mo you know. Yes, that will be so answer. You stretch your hands. Then the external branches, you know, as they make room for members of the external branches, you know, the brave members of NEC. The brave members of NEC.
I have been saying, say, Oko UK. Omuwo, I think 28 chapters or so. Chapters, no, at the Senka constituency, Omuwo, the same officers, BBR. Now, you have a 12 branch in Yano, your mom, I think 12 slots. In IPA 12, in the few over. And the branch executives, you know, for UK example, Omuyi Free, na kano, Omache di ama. 28 chapters ne say nti no mo nko decide
wo bia
nti no ka ebi kwampa why not say bia chapter bia chairman enya voting right
exactly because if you go
say bia chapter bia chairman and the secretary
chapter bia chairman and the secretary sorry in UK, in France, in Belgium, in Italy, in US, in here no they are resourceful enough. They are resourceful enough. Brother Free, Martin Kent's crime on your chairman. Martin Kent's
chairman, yeah, Richmond, double chairman.
Good. Brother, no cry on your chairman, one Martin Kent's. Huh?
Okay, kids also program now, squabble. Okay, I know you're Telford chairman.
Or no crown in it. Young people from paying for your quabruchida. Or motivate your hotel, me or your hotel 10 days. 10 days on any year. 10 days.
So in fact, they are spending much, but they are say in the party, no,
not fair.
Limited.
Machata Bia Emrabi. Now say US who about 100 chapters or more about who now ube your mukana. And move to about the general elections in the air. No one fret constituency back. Now then, says it's no pool. Yeah, but to about the
who wouldn't say, no. Say a do sir, you have a election. A chapters, no. And I adopt two constituencies were home. Because now me call ye, me call Telford for meeting, me call Reading for meet, me call East London, me call North London, Swindon, and other chapters. When we meet, no be a constituency or bad adopted ye. If you about to us, yes, a branch in no, one constituency, not even region.
Okay. Yes, it's not yes, it's not. I do a young people who say, a sister, yes, Baba Wabuchi. Na, over to about national elections here. Mama, amount for free. A moment to abandon at the constituency level, most berry. So abandon ye better regional, national, presidential, the Creative constituency. Regional and national. Say, I'm cotton say you to the constituency. May can't paying for and say, and you're successful.
So, regional elections, no. Say, ASABia, maybe, card bearer members, now to be a young to the constituency base, you got a quality.
It's not a general election.
The national elections is no. The to the constituency level, if you are your quality. Wow, no, Dan say, Nipa Kaka, be near Kushiao, stadium, as you do. Men are the coming to be. Men are there. I do, and young Quana. And I know secret baby, and I won't work as on that. Sabaya party no, no more than party no, now a crassino, a crasses on Sabaya no, a year, a Sunyania, Western and East Abaya no, national, Dan Sunyana swing a day, Dan Thomas swing a day, Dan Brokuma yede, Dan a design Gengen and yede, Dan one fear yede, Dan in Crank and ten yede. So a general conclusion about the reports, and then the upcoming one from the Michael Quay report. Michael Quay report no foot to the mindset. Moko yan to say Osafo Mafo recommendations in whatever. I feel I'm exactly. We lost elections. You formed a committee. Osafo Mafo and the group went round. Report to me. Ebi say if you ask me come will be okay, why you show me one? Because I have seen people criticizing say yes, for where I sit, I know say Ashanti region it wasn't deliberate. Obi the leaky. And I yedi munkom. Now where leaky? The party have gone for elections. The party has lost miserably. Was he again to say Roman New York Bonica? Roman New York Bonica. Carina Yacobonicano. You can hear booty soft. No, I guess I was. If you are expecting said national one so bad, it was a young Camu behind. No, who are reforms. Martin Luther, the one of Wittenberg, that was 1517 at the Quataro. Reformation or a Mungermon reform, Roman Catholic Church cried the Coboho. All over the world, Martin Luther, Wittenberg in German or the Coboho. I didn't know my party, no, I know. And also, so my idea, I am my young Hudia, and you may move party. Because somebody was appointed as a pulling agent, Domestic Presby School. Because through one more, and a Methodist school. We could do one ma awura nipa say na to aban olo nipa na beto aban no de minti am say na wo nipa pa wo ti ono pulling agent adan ya re brana no ye pulling agent wo olo koto aban wo oba be bi to aban which means that some pulling agent no kura MPP for fan wo on free ho adan e be na party na lusu azan. Because you are polling station elections, or be advertising. The other thing, say, polling station or be performed. No, how do we run a party like this? And then in future also, more constituency officer Biara, any member of the electoral committee. More regional officer Biara, any member of the electoral committee. Moma national officer Biara, any member of the electoral committee. Moma Jubilee House office of the president Biara, any member of the electoral committee. Because I say a call just by election. You know, in Ashanti region, chairman chair regional executives. Into regional executive biano 10 elected plus 17 or no Nanen County 16 can ubia at least 3 or 4 constituencies or
police stations.
No.
And you're talking about national.
Yeah, the Ashanti region. So 16 regional officers, no. Sankombe 17, untuminin kaho. Onu oversight we. Tebia woman organizer or constituencies 3. Woman organizer no da bantima in share so ne kwada so. Regional organizer I want constituencies no what the quiet. New to be a say and them say Obuasi East. Nasara to be our 3 constituencies are one will manage those 3 constituencies, no. And then you report to him to be an ordinary day and move in. That was the campaign structure. You call a juso by election. Nipa regional officer na oda honomono kwakwata. National for free Accra by I will move to 2 monema. They brought people from Accra. Or no regional officer na otia a juso jabe kumawuna or no ehwesuno. He didn't even know. Which is one thing was a mumpu. He has been in the constituency for about 2 years. Onuna Omubi Biano, Omudi series no the about regional council meeting.
One more from Fanto. I tell you no answer. You see?
Kuma with the same thing happened.
You see? And the same thing happened at Jachikwesi's place.
As enough, it was worse.
The same thing happened at Jachikwesi's place. The same thing happened at Jachikwesi.
And then one or 2 or so in the election day, it will be the sharpshooters.
Yeah, shooters.
Nay, Bakukane Kandi, but sharpshooter na Bakubi.
They shooters. Sikana Wamodima Binum say Omunkonko Frefra man from Rano. Be a Jimbo Bukashan and Nataso. The MPP Yadiano, me obrigwa the MPP Yadiana Yadia Mami. Me obrigwa he. Uga samen kwati ahane. Ne me yam. Ne me fa mako ntonkom toso. Ne me hwe MPP ba bia yade o me fa fa a ekitam kitik. Ekitam kitik. MPP. By elections offering Krayaba. O ma yenhuni o de ba ye. O ma yentini o de ba ye. O ma yenhuni. Especially Serbia Oba Ashanti region so ya fawi. No, so in future MPP forum am mo hwe me amutie mi no. Mon fi money. Mon mai money.
State of the Nation's address.
Enya bia na yeyin polling station official. Enya bia na yeyin constituency. Enya bia na yeyin na hwe ne ko hono domasi. It means that the polling station elections in Quran obanye na wamoya yanka obi free baby. But how say a party like MPP and then would about 4 and 9 what test come for you? Just tell the test con in itself. A Quran free you.
Go there
and register. As a minimum buy be ata kakra ba KNUST or Fiapri. Sister Baduba. Akurai PMPP na akurai ni muma say. Sa akurai we ya wo Fiapri no. Nti ono na enko chini nko ka say munya me polling agent. Fiapri. Atano akakra na nka so pre ho Fiapri polling agent. Every person who are communicators, they just wanted to be communicators. He wants to be more communicator. He's a lecturer. Oba or display damn brilliant. Tuntum
Fuku.
Or the Fuku.
Dr. Fuku.
Tuntum.
Yeah.
Deputy something. Now no can abobo tricycle for allowances the car allowances.
Inoko Wahine Champon. Dr. Inoko Wahine.
Come on. And when you hear him making pretend, what the amount for back a no. Tie presentations pa. When we have presentations in the yay MPP. Nti akrachi for me and saying, "Tell us otimi analysis now. Why na jump on say look, me yam analysis bi. Mo hwa nditi for say o mo twa car allowance. And so motor allowance dey o mo twa. Carbon monoxide. Fantastic. Every afternoon I watch this program by the say KK. Fantastic presentation. Fantastic analysis. Now, a binomo episode police station or your agent. Kakra your agent, the crown country as a conway and a breno. Me kafia pro kakra. Now, ya be binu ya yana to say, Bosumbi upon us, because somebody wants to steal the thing from the polling station. Now, what they are called constituency. Said the Abaya or no be winning constituency. Said the Abaya Betty winning original. Said the Abaya winning or national. I tell who can go to Posia Bosania, would that done an educum? Who soon you have Fidia, which are Jawa communicators. Now you go to Sunyani, but you suspended a design, you suspended Binum. But Binum, you're good. There's a guy, Baba man, PK support, the bed done MPP for model or mobile programs. Analysis by na PK support. Analysis Obama or Boasen, Opocracy, and I can see a Joseph Bishase. Some of Bradway. Analysis by Brofo, tree. Sababa and their crop of tree then crying. He wants to be a member of the communication team, and it's where
Mami Musa we na young call State of the Nation address in the show. Bottom up or down
up
to top.
Down to top.
Hey, oh yes, sir. And you go bigger remove.
No, down to top.
Young 250 from now, Cosro.
Yeah, and to Mumma polling station executives, you know, as I said, you register, you know, never say it to you make announcement. Obia on your regional constituency be on a becky forms no. Me no me ansa o man na beje forms no. O man na be date. O man na be kwa gina hamayato.
All right. May I say, but State of the Nation
State of the Nation, I'm about to talk for say the mayor KOTOKA should be a generative. Well, the Mahama State of the Nation, as usual. Me, I'm not sitting here to talk like 777. Obia on the who see evil hear no evil. I don't talk like that. Ocean presentation, I always present it as a mature statesman, honest, sincere. So President Mahama, Wamani, State of the Nation address. But I could be a PK and me, no one say. President Mahama can say Coco board the cat. President Mahama can say ECG cat the cat. Me Gidi said, Sabine can President Mahama and can. That's the presumption. So, then a Coco board. Young to cocoa, young Tom cotton. Now for the past about 30 years or so. Yes, I have Kojoposin and Sunny syndicated. And you're fairly my. Now, my man are not on chocolate or Vodafone for any more on the Ontono Moko. What I say? PC no on auto cocoa no de ma PBC. And I saw told them Amajaru on the Ontono Moko. Ghana catch for them rubber food be bed the man bro. Bekumani partisan politics in MPP back. No abaya and this is so bad. No abaya and yet and no eventually it is the cocoa farmer on an bread because when for na yeko conference yeko seminar yeko we sikana be anti cocoa no bono and kosoro. You pianina bre, now no what is here, Yaki, Coco, Vadeco Togo, Vadebu, Jerrycamu. Now see you, much about Mufava, but you won't trust him which identity, every disparity, born one. Papa no the cocoa no free Ghana, Eco Togo. On all the free and chance in cocoa, Kwasu, Eco, Cote d'Ivoire, a born one. Why don't you adjust it? Because of Michelle risk you. Ghana catch for MPP, Coco Board the cat, and this year, Coco Board the cat, MPP, ECG the cat, and this year, ECG, day. And so my men and Papa no why book kiosks on the cat. NDC ba no oba be we amanfo kokobon ECG a MPP for say political persecution. MPP so ba no so be tra amanfo a be political persecution. Ni yakoya na ye bai. Yakoya na ye bai. I've been saying the party like MPP, yet PDS who wants them. PDS aba, yet the assets are my PDS, yet the liabilities are my PDS. Now, I say, and Yajuma. The PDS, baby, Bosui back up. Sikara Ohana. Who took that money? Neskada Kohin. Until a big cost of financial loss to the state. Mind this information, and he says, yeah, the Bayan and people for back say political persecution. I'm sick and tired of Ghanaian politicians. Both from people and NDC, some of them, me can say, oh, I, Obribwine, I'm sick and tired. My bro, my bro, now we have no figures to be, and no way so bad. Sister, the Papa do Sian Naya NDC by him, but a job in political persecution. What it be that? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. I do Sian Naya. Here, of a swamp of the idea of Cocasa baby, until no crap put the say, and you a man Ghana mocha, and I'm a boy. No, Siaman, the year, they say, by Sandonaco Bank of Ghana. I think it is only in Africa. My young couple, Michelle, and some may be sound. So, young couple, Yano, African intellectuals, some African intellectuals, some African politicians, some African academicians. Oh, no, Bob Sana. But you know, it's a common sense should have done upon us. So, Siaman cry and your prosecution. At least you didn't go baby, a Fanuco baby for. One son and co baby, no one. Abana, Ghanaian intellectuals, Nano President Mahama Kwadisa Baba. We are talking of reparation. Why don't you have reparation, man? A good number of African politicians, intellectuals are roast and crooks and liars and cheats. So, bringing up a reparation, look, this week and last week, Fianza Ukera and I were the front page daily graphic. Or 99.755 billion cedis lost from 2013 to 2014. 2013 to 2014, MPP wom, NDC wom, 99.75 billion. $3 trillion gone down the waste. The friend waste means in Nigeria. 3 trillion in Nigeria. And Ghana and Nigeria are talking of reparation. Sika Yankopon dia mamu asasi sika Yankopon dia mamu makrachi for number for mudi sika no sia mu boma. Ghana the loot goes on.
Bibiansa. Kofi Bentel wrote this on his Facebook. Say, I found a new word, recrudescence, meaning the return of something terrible after a time of rest. I have a feeling the second coming will be much worse.
Oh, yes.
Much worse.
Yes.
But I guess those who ask for it deserve what it brings. Let's sit back and watch.
Kofi, you are right.
Kofi Bentel, no.
Kofi Bentel, you are right. Kofi Bentel, you are right. Kofi Bentel, you are right. 100%.
Recrudescence.
You are right.
The return of something terrible
very well that,
after a time of
knowing
rest.
very well that Mahama has 4 years. When the just said, a year, the people are so that is Africa for you. So when I hear African leaders, African intellectuals talking of reparation, maybe I hope. Reparation for what? Reparation for what? Nanado, reparation for what? Tinubu, reparation for what? John Mahama, reparation for what? For what? Nanado, PDS, and then it's Ghana. We are talking of reparation. Because slave trade was abolished in 1807. And slavery was abolished in 1833. No money Ghana Kuramai. Reparation again. Now let me come to John Mahama and President Akufo-Addo. John Mahama and President Akufo-Addo, you are talking of reparation. You know what is happening in Mali now?
Mm-hmm.
There's a multinational, their friend Barrick.
Good, we know.
Barrick. And the ruling military junta in Mali, no, at me, I say, why we to go to Mali beyond 35%. The multinationals have agreed. Nanado, Gamahama, Ghana, a tank. Monte. And another goes to sits here in Ghana to say, oh, Kudia, and Obianka say Kuya. No, be house in Kunya, Abi Baba Jinda, or Lanchini Buku, so I want to conquer a guest of honor. Baba Jinda Lasiko. Nothing about us, I never Bajida Lanchini Buku. Obi house in Kunya. Baba Jinda Lanchini Buku. Not the elections didn't look, I'm saying that one of my Africans I go to Africa switching up. Because the resources we have, and so the problem of Africa, and it's some of our leaders have been very, very disappointed. Some of our leaders, some of our managers